We first heard about Angélica Gutiérrez, a talented college professor, from a Facebook fan who also happens to be her fiancé. Turns out this LA native is proving there's no limit to what a Latina can do.
I'll never forget that day.
That day was when school officials classified Angélica Gutiérrez as having a learning disorder. She was 8 years old.
The school principal told my mom, it's very evident that Angélica has a learning disability. You should go ahead and put her in another school that will have the resources that she needs.
Resources were limited for Angélica's family. She grew up in Lincoln Heights, raised by her mother, but despite financial challenges, her mother refused to give up on Angélica's future.
And my mom knew very well that I was capable of learning.
And it turned out the perceived disability was just a language barrier.
The first thing that my mom did was she called Doña Rosa, which was her comadre. My mom asked her if she could come to our house every day after work to help me with my homework. And in exchange, my mom promised to cook dinner for her every day, to help her with her chores, and to do everything possible just to ensure that she would be able to assist me with my schoolwork. And my grades ended up improving significantly.
She graduated from Sacred Heart High School with honors, but there was one moment in high school when she realized the possibilities were endless.
I was giving a speech, and at the very end of the speech, I asked everybody, please remember to vote for me for student body president. And by the way, please vote for me for president of the United States because I intend to run one day. And I remember that everybody just started applauding and cheering, and it was just the most incredible experience to realize, wow, these people actually believe that I could become president of the United States.
Wow, that makes me tear up. Angélica went on to earn a bachelor's degree from UCLA in political science and sociology, and later received a Ph.D. from UCLA's prestigious Anderson School of Management.
I decided when I arrived at UCLA that my community was counting on me, my family was depending on me, so I owed it to them to do everything that it possibly would take to do well.
If you're negotiating over employment, what are some examples of issues?
Today, Angélica teaches at Loyola Marymount University and is among only a handful of Latina professors at the top 25 business schools in the country.
Today's session was on negotiations. When I'm not in the classroom, I'm conducting research. I look at the effects of stereotypes.
Why do you do this research?
So one of the primary reasons why I conduct this research is because I strongly believe that it's important for us to help diversify corporate America. And one of the best ways to do that inside the classroom is to try to educate Latinos and really motivate them.
One of my concerns is how I would pay for college. Like, how do I go about that?
These days, she often visits students at her high school alma mater to encourage them to pursue higher education.
Do not be afraid of applying for school loans because your education is the greatest investment that you'll ever make.
One of her former teachers recalls knowing early on that Angélica was a natural leader.
Definitely a hard worker, always a hard worker. I remember her in her senior sweater as a leader, somebody who had a microphone in her hands. She epitomizes a spirit-filled person, someone who does good things for others, somebody who is empowered.
She's such an inspiration, you know, the fact that she actually came from Lincoln Heights, our own school. She went here. I think it's been such an inspiration to be able to get to know her, to talk to her, and she's given us a lot of advice in college today.
The message that I try to convey to these students is that regardless of the challenges that you've encountered, you definitely have what it takes to achieve all of your goals.
Angélica was awarded a postdoctoral fellowship to continue her research on diversity and inclusion at universities and the workplace.